Hello guys, hope you all doing great today. Today we are going to deploy a scalable infrastructure using a nested stack. The infrastructure we are deploying typically consists of a load balancer, auto-scaling group, VPC, and the end user are meant to hit the oncoming load balancer in order to have the different instance in the auto scaling group. So for each of these resources, we have a template where we define the different parameters needed in order to execute these services. Hereby we have the application load balancer template. So this is a file where we are going to have all the elements needed in order to run the application load balancer. So we have the health check, we have the VPC ID, we have everything needed. So this is a template that you can use. You don't need to adjust it. And let's check on the auto scaling group. So the auto scaling group, in this template, we have to define the type of instance that we'll be using. We have to define the key pair. We have to define the AMI, and also about the SSH and much more. So going forward, the template, what will it consist of? What will the template do? So within the template, we are going to install an Apache server and start it, and also give an echo to have a timestamp at the execution. So that being said, we look back. So for each of these resources, we have a particular YAML file, but we need to reference that into the main nested stack, whereby it is in the main nested stack that we are going to call on the resource of the load balancer, call on the resource of the auto scaling group, which is being stored in an S3 bucket. So I've already uploaded that in the S3 bucket, and it is in the main nested stack or the root nested stack that we have to set the VPC and the subnet. So on this example, we are going basically for 2. So go ahead, and the link is in the description. You download the file and you upload that to your S3. So make sure you have the ALB YAML and the ASG YAML file uploaded into your S3 bucket before. And after it's been uploaded, you can now copy the link and reference that link into your main or root nested stack file. Okay, let me just move that. And once you've adjusted that, you can now upload back the file to S3. Okay, let me fix that. I need to have one link. Okay, I can save that. So that was just a simple demonstration on what you have to do in order to have it up and running correctly. So once you have the 3 files into your S3 bucket, what you will need to do next, you can now go on to CloudFormation and you click on create a new stack. So you select, you allow it on template ready and S3. So you have to copy the link of the root of the main root where the different stack are being referenced, and you come and reference it. You paste that and you go to next. Okay, then you give a name to your stack. let me name it my first nested stack. Okay. And as previously from the architecture I just shown, I'll select just two VPC, just two subnet, and place it in the VPC. So let me add the tags, name tags, and I'll give a name. Okay. So that being done, I think you can go right down next. Okay, everything being set correctly. Okay. You acknowledge and you submit. Okay, at this stage, what you do is you keep on refreshing, you give it some time, and it will create the different resources. And while waiting and refreshing, you can also go along and view the different areas. Since here we are creating a load balancer and an auto scaling group, we can refresh that and go into the EC2 and refresh the page. So after some times, you will see that you will have your EC2 instance up and running. So you can see that it is initializing. So we give it some time for it to go up. We have all the different parameters. We have everything that we set to be right up. So let's go and search for the different areas for the load balancer that we just created. It's already created, but the EC2 instance are not yet created, but we have a load balancer to distribute load of the incoming traffic to the different log groups. Okay, we can copy that load balancer. So once the instance will be up and running, once you hit the load balancer, we are going to have, okay, it is already up and running. So take note of this time, 0:11:49, and we are going to refresh that in order to be sure that it is hitting different instance. So we just mentioned with the timestamp that it is clear that both of these instances didn't start at the same time. Okay. So actually it's just one that is up. Let me refresh that. Okay. So now the instance that we have been hitting is this instance. Okay. So once the other instance will be up, when we do an update, okay, it is already up. So reason why when we hit, it will change the endpoint that is being triggered. So we have a load balancer up and running. We have a different instance and everything is good. So in order to have an understanding of what the nested stack is, deleting the resource while explaining, just take note that with a nested stack, you can call different resources, reference them so as to use them as your infrastructure is growing. So you can reuse the same resource. You can re-reference it as your needs, as your business is growing, so that you are not creating it, you are not duplicating the code. Okay? That being done, make sure you delete all your resources before you exit. If not, you're going to be charged. So, guys, very short and brief tutorial. So, thanks for watching and being here. See you soon.